like to call the April 21st Plan Commission study session to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Imig is not here tonight, so I'll call roll. Mr. Jarvis? Here. Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Kokon? Here. Mr. Rack?
Here.
Mr. Anderson is here. So Mr. Corus and Mr. Imig are both absent. First item, Fawn Plaza Unit 1 and replat of Fawn Plaza Unit 2, proposed Adlaka Commercial Edition, general location 7300, 7310 West Lincoln Highway, Fawn Plaza Units 1 and 2. Petitioner Sat Adlaka, represented by Taringa Engineering and Surveying, surveyor John Stewart Allen, request 4-lot C3 Highway Commercial Subdivision and US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan Review. Good evening.
Evening. Stuart Allen, Taringa Surveying. I don't know if you need a phone number or anything. You know how to get hold of me. This is the plat of survey of the existing conditions right now. There was some legal descriptions that were written and things that created these 3 parcels, and these 3 parcels are what they want to divide into 4. If you go to the next page, there should be 3 separate pages. Okay, this is the subdivision that we're proposing without the improvements on it. So if you go to the next one, it kind of shows where the improvements are with respect to it. And what I believe the intent is for a ambulatory service, and we're assuming that there's going to be a lot of people that
Can you make sure you're speaking into the microphone?
Sure.
Because this is being recorded and
absolutely, yeah.
broadcast.
So we created a one-way in. Can someone turn their phone off?
Sorry.
A one-way in and a one-way out access onto and off of 75th Avenue to limit the traffic that would be trying to go through to go onto 75th Avenue. Primarily it's for the ambulances, so there would be signage stating such that people that are visiting this establishment would not be allowed to enter or exit those one-ways.
Okay, so it's strictly for ambulances?
Correct.
Yeah, because my concern would be people using that as a cut-through to get away from the intersection of Klein Avenue and Route 30.
Yeah, they're probably employees also of the ambulatory service would also be going in and out of there, but like I said, we could put signage up to make sure that that's clear.
Questions from board members?
Mr. Chairman, sorry about the phone, first of all.
Okay.
Didn't realize I left it on. So lot 4 would be where the ambulance service would be then?
No, the existing building on lot 3
Okay.
is where the ambulatory. Lot 1, which is now a vacant parcel, would be for a future development, which would have to comply to all the ordinances, overlays, and everything. Same with lot 4. And this is also going to clean up the line between lot 3 and lot 4 back to the way it should be. They did some legal description stuff without you guys knowing it that kind of messed that up a little bit, but this will fix that issue. I can elaborate if you'd like me to.
So you're going to have signage stating it's not a
Yes.
public
Correct.
right-of-way going through there? Because like I said, that concerns me with people just using that for a cut-through. Yeah. Other questions?
That was my concern too.
There was no restrictions back when we did this on access, was there? No.
I did put a no-access easement across the entire northern line except for those two openings.
And then lot 4, that's just going to stay vacant for now?
For now, yeah, there's no plans at this
Yeah,
point.
okay. Other concerns, questions? Anything from staff? When are you looking to get on the agenda?
I think it'd be the next regular meeting.
Okay. Now, is there a ditch there?
There is a swale there, and so the detention is in the parking lot. So when it rains, there's a throttle in the manhole, or that catch basin at the northwest corner of the parking lot on lot 4, and then another one in the parking lot on lot 1, or lot 2, I'm sorry. So there's a smaller pipe in there to restrict the amount of flow going out into that area.
Okay, but
And they have all the calculations from when it was originally done.
yeah, what I'm asking though is along that whole north end, is there a ditch or is that on the other side of the street?
There is a ditch along the north line there, and it not in front of lot 3, but in front of lot 1. There's a swale in the right of way. Yeah, that goes into there's a pretty large wetland to the west of lot 1, which is really the outfall for this. So whenever lot 1 is developed, they'll have to put a detention pond in also to restrict, to, just like any other lot, that would have to be detained and slowed down. And they'll also have to divert those existing, because there's utilities and structures within lot 1 that'll have to be moved and reoriented to make that a buildable parcel.
Hey, Tom, are you asking about, is there a ditch line where the road's gonna be?
Yeah.
Like, will you need a culvert in those entrances going under?
I have a topo and everything, but it's pretty much flat for that edge of pavement.
Okay.
But when they put the pavement in, there's probably has to be a culvert there. And and I can put I can do some more for the preliminary. If that question comes up, I can make sure that that's clearly defined.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, for the site plan for the other 2 parcels, they would have to address that as well.
Yeah, that'd be a question for engineering as to whether that's going to impede anything without, any kind of culvert there. So, yeah. All right. Anybody have anything else? Anything from staff? All right, and we'll see you at your hearing. Next item, NOAX Edition, Phil's Collision Center, general location 1530 US Highway 30, petitioner Edward Kalinowski, represented by Region Contractors LLC, architect Nick Giorgio, request US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan Review.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Nick Giorgio, Region Contractors. We're here on behalf of the owner, Ed Kalinowski, Phil's Collision. Project's located at 1530 US Highway 30. It is in a commercial one-lot, or it's not a one-lot, it's part of a commercial multi-lot subdivision. It's actually NOAX Edition Lot 1 represents the lot location where Phil's Collision is. In the very back of your package, there's a GIS with contours and a survey of the current property. one of those long, narrow lots. The existing facility is a body shop, an office. The proposed addition is a 3,200 square foot body shop addition at the rear of the facility. Basically, it's all body shop, open area with one bathroom proposed, although that's not shown in the plans we submitted to you, but that's just as an overview so you know what is being added on in the big picture. There's existing infrastructure throughout the property already. There's actually a cell tower lot in the back with a lease access easement that goes back to it as part of the property. We do know we're in the Route 30 overlay district. At this point, we didn't see any additions on the sign side of it. I need, looking for any comments or direction from Plan Commission as to any other criteria we'd have to meet or add on to relative to this proposed project.
So this is just an expansion of his existing
Yes,
business.
yeah, to the rear of the, and it's to the rear of the building, not visible from the front. I think it's 4 overhead doors, a couple of service doors, 2 service doors. I see the plans up on there.
Nick, a couple questions if I may.
Sure.
What will the total square feet be then?
You caught me. Can you pull up the survey plan? I think the existing building is probably about,
The only reason I'm asking is because state permits may require you to sprinkle it.
we do know that the rear wall is concrete firewall, and we're treating the addition as an addition and a separation. In fact, we have one service door connection initially proposed between the two, which is assumed to be a fire-rated door. So we're assuming the back wall, but we'll be verified that the back wall is a separate firewall and would allow us to do the 3,200 square foot, because it is a post-frame FBI-type building, wood frame. The current structure is, I believe, steel and masonry.
Yeah,
Carlos, Region Contractors. The existing building already has a paint booth in it, and that portion is sprinklered, okay? Just so you know, and we're more than happy to follow up, check with state. check
you
with
might
codes.
want to, because I ran into this myself
Right.
personally in Valparaiso, where when I hit the 12,000 mark,
Right.
the whole building had to be sprinkled.
So we're keeping it separated right now, whether that matters or not, just to let you know. We're keeping that existing wall up, but, and we're more than happy to check it out and find out
And,
what the codes are.
yeah, I would suggest you at least know ahead of time.
Just want to let you know that that portion of that shop, that is the paint booth, is fire suppressed.
The 12,000 square foot mark is what kicks in the regulation.
We're well aware of that.
What's the exterior construction going to be?
The new will be a metal siding and metal roof in the back. Again, it's only an addition in the back.
Is that over 800 feet back there? And would our concrete, brick and all that kick in? Denise? That's why I thought it's going to have to have a waiver. Which I don't think anybody would see it. I get that, but that would still need to be part of the record as far as having a waiver.
Is the Route 30 overlay district that you're referring to, Denise, the entire building? Okay, we'll verify that.
You also need a dumpster enclosure if you don't have one.
Are there any other submittal requirements, or should I just go through the Route 30 overlays? Is there a checklist, Denise?
Other questions from board members? So It's just going straight back. It's not,
Correct.
there's not going to be any more that's going to be visible from
No,
Route 30.
not at all.
Is the blacktop gonna extend back there too, Nick?
That's something that we're discussing with the owner. I need to know if that's the direct criteria. Right now, the back of it is stoned where there's parking, and I can verify it through the criteria, but need to know what the town's looking to do for that.
Yeah, we're going to need, if there's going to be access overhead doors, it's going to have to be paved back there. Other questions?
Are we gonna require ballards by those doors? Like we did with Team Toyota?
You gotta speak into the mic if you're gonna talk.
Okay, on the pavement, I have a question. Can we pave the west side of the building to the existing pavement, which you can just barely see there? It is there, though. And then if we do another ribbon, like an apron, where your side view is at there, running east to west. So if we have two doors loading in the rear, it acts as an apron for it. And if you have two doors on the west side, it would act as an apron for it. Does that suffice on the paving?
So, hang on. Well, I show one door on the north.
This was a drawing, and he's added two more doors to this. So that's why, and I wanted to be clear about that too. We're gonna go back to it. We're gonna, as of right now, he would like to add two doors on the rear, which would be to the north, and then two doors to the west, which we show one on each side right now, I believe.
Yeah, so we're going to want paving
Yes, sir.
and bollards.
Okay? And then same right there. Correct? Yes, perfect.
So by the trees there, is that a driveway?
To the
Straight-
the west side, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, bottom of the screen, correct. There is a road right there. It's actually paved.
Can you pull up the last drawing, which is the current GIS, which will actually show you the current conditions back there? It's actually in your handout. I apologize. I don't think
Yep,
it's
sorry, we
an
didn't
electronic
have it.
one.
Let's go to Google Earth.
Will you pull it up if you look at the GIS? You'll find it. Yeah, currently, yeah, there you can see the extent of the stone pavement to the rear, where the pavement is currently to the west. And, yeah, that's
That
accurate
asphalt's
of what
right
it
along
is
the
today.
property line there.
And do you have a designated area for a dumpster enclosure at this point?
Right now, he has the dumpster, I believe, on the side of the building. We'd coordinate and figure out where it'd be best to be put it. It'd probably be at the back of the rear of the existing one, or have the pavement run up to it.
Yeah, because that'll have to be in an enclosure, yeah.
Correct.
Personally, I don't have an issue with a waiver for the siding since it's not going to be visible. But I don't know what other members, but we definitely have to have paving to the doors, a dumpster enclosure, and you need to check with the fire marshal and see if it's going to have to be sprinkled.
Will do.
Good with that.
Other questions, concerns?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Long?
Are your parking lots sufficient for the expansion? And what are you going to do with all those vehicles that you have in the back there currently? I don't know if those are there right now or not, but
Those are staged vehicles for the operation. The parking in front, he does not store any cars waiting to be worked on in the front. It's strictly customer parking in the front. He does use the back of the rear on the stoned area for staging, rotating on his various vehicles right now. We've been out there and you'll see that many, they'll see a little more, they go in and out depending on the volume. Obviously, he's expanding his capacity, so he can minimize what he's doing with the back there.
Okay.
Other questions, concerns? Anything from staff? What's your timeline?
The owner wants to go as quickly as possible. Fortunately, we're in a platted subdivision. We'll actually appear back in front of study session with a more detailed set of plans depicting what we propose to do. This was our initial pass-through to get your initial feedback. So we anticipate coming back no later than 60 days to study session, and we'll go from there, or sooner.
Okay, yeah, tighten some of those things up, get us a plan for where your dumpster is gonna be, make sure we've got paving. It appears there's not opposition to the metal, which would be a waiver, so when you advertise it, it would have to be.
He doesn't have to advertise.
Oh, yeah, it's the overlay, never mind, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Would we have to relook at drainage since he's putting that coverage there?
Yeah, it'll have to be turned in for engineering review, because I don't know what with putting that 48 by 64, what that's gonna do
200 square
with
feet.
drainage. So make sure engineering is up to snuff. Anything further? Anything from staff?
Nope.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
get your plans together, come back, and we'll go from there.
Thank you.
All righty, thank you. With that, we are adjourned.